We have us a leaker battle going on right now that might be of cosmic proportions. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Nintendo Land. So there's been some crazy stuff going on Twitter recently, and I just now started to notice some traction pick up with a brand new leaker that jumped into the scene. Now, if you don't know anything about this, I'm going to kind of give you the story about who this leaker is and at least, kind of what's been going on with this person and why they have been completely different than any other leaker I've seen so far, because they're not only leaking things, they're on the hunt. This leaker goes by the name Solix Hunter, and they state that they are the superior bounty hunter. It's like another account you may have heard of, only my information is real. And it says Galactic Federation DNI. So basically this person is portraying a bounty hunter named Solix within the Metroid franchise, and we first seen them in Metroid Prime Hunters, and apparently they're coming back in Metroid Prime 4 as the main antagonist. And we don't know much about the character besides the fact that they hate Samus and they hate the Galactic Federation. So this person is kind of playing that bounty hunting role and also having fun with doing their leaks, but also while bashing others, clearly, as we already saw with the first part of the bio. It stated that they're like another account that you probably heard of, but their information is real, obviously referring to Samus Hunter. Now, if you've been following the channel and following just Nintendo news in general, you probably heard of Samus Hunter, which is a apparent insider that has had a couple of things right, but recently has not been great with their track record. For instance, last week we got information that looked like we were going to get some big announcements regarding the next wave of Mario Kart 8 DLC, and nothing. And this is just kind of some of the stuff that Samus Hunter has been wrong about recently. So Solix Hunter is not only taking it upon themselves to not only leak things that are true, but to also bash anyone else spreading any type of false or non-accurate information. And of course, one of their first targets was Samus Hunter. But of course, before they went on a bashing spree, they had to get some information right. And the first thing that they got right correct was Bayonetta 3 news tomorrow, specific enough for you, on July 12th, and obviously July 13th, the very next day, we got a big blowout for Bayonetta 3. Brand new trailers, information via Twitter, and tons of new stuff to get prepared for the game, including a release date that was 100% correct. So right then and there, Solix Hunter became credible. Sharing leaks was not the only plan on Solix Hunter's agenda. They wanted to massacre any other leaker. So they've been taking to Twitter just completely blasting different people, calling them fake insiders, stating how they have no inside information and that they're just big frauds. I mean, just completely blasting them and taking it on a serious note, but then later on kind of bringing it back to more of their role-playing, saying they are a Solix Hunter, a bounty hunter that hates three things: Samus, the Galactic Federation, and people who make up fake inside leaks. And this was enough to gather not only my attention, but the attention of a lot of people online. People are now seeing this leaker as the leaker that finally stepped up and is doing the right thing, and people are so excited about it, and that maybe this information is all going to be accurate, especially since they put themselves on the line now. Kind of blasting every other leaker and talking about how fake they are kind of puts a lot of pressure on Solix Hunter to not only reveal positive things that are true, but to also be 100% correct, because if they're wrong about really anything now, it's gonna look really bad on them. The question is, what makes this leaker correct over all the others? What makes this leaker special, and what makes this leaker, more credited than the other ones? Well, it has to do with how they release their information. I guess with most leakers, they get their information in bulk and they get to decide which ones are going to be true and which leaks are going to be false. And you got to kind of sort through which ones you believe are going to be justified to the public and which ones are going to make you look good, And I think a lot of leakers just take all of them and announce them all in kind of just this giant stockpile and just say all of this stuff is happening without going through information first. And with Solix Hunter, they're one of the leakers that kind of take all the information and then break down each and every single one. They probably have tons of information on possible things coming in the future, but instead of just dumping them all over Twitter like some leakers do, they choose one leak at a time and wait until the information is 100% correct before they announce it. For instance, the Bayonetta 3 release date and information was all apparently available a month ago, but Solix Hunter decided to wait to make sure that they gathered enough information to make sure that this was true information and that they weren't exciting people for something that wasn't likely to happen. Now, I think some of these leakers are taking taking this serious as like threats from Solix Hunter. For instance, Samus Hunter has never responded or said anything back, and I guess they're choosing not to respond and not to entertain any of it, where Marco Mero thinks a lot of it is funny and that it's just one big game and that, you know, he's kind of having fun with it. And I can't really blame them. You know, if somebody's coming to attack you like that, you can really only just have fun with it. But yeah, you know, there's some people like enjoying the fun, humorous side of them, but some people really feeling attacked, and I can't blame them because Solix Hunter is really on the attack. Now, Zach from the Switch Force was actually able to get an interview with Solix Hunter through text, so he made this kind of cool like transmission thing during the interview, but just asked him pretty basic questions that lots of people were, you know, probably expecting to get. You know, what are you? Are you a leaker? Like, do you work for any company? And no, it's an independent person that's gathering information and does have inside sources to a lot of stuff, but chooses to wait until they have 100% full evidence on that information before revealing it. And they talked about the same thing with their Bayonetta information, that they had the information a month in advance and decided to just wait to make sure that they were 100% correct about the date of the release of the game and the date of the reveal of the last trailer of the game. And they got both of them correct simply because they waited until they got all their information in line, which was something that's, you know, a lot of people love about this leaker. Of course, a lot of the interview also included different things like Zach trying to get information out of Solix Hunter to see if there was any type of upcoming projects that they wanted to tease or anything. For instance, Metroid, since lots of these were leaked by some, you know, more credible sources such as Jeff Grubb, Emily Rogers, and some others in the industry, Solix Hunter actually said that they don't know for sure, and they just said maybe about potential Metroid announcement or anything Metroid related coming this year, so maybe that is coming true. We'll find out later on for sure, but they also talked about those leakers in particular as well, saying that they have a lot more reputable sources than what we've seen from like sources such as Samus Hunter and Marco Mero. But of course, ending it, Zach asked for one last hint or cryptic message as to what could be coming soon as far as announcements or game-wise, and this is all we've gotten. So people are taking to Twitter to kind of decode this, and they were able to translate multiple dates through it from like binary or something like that. But apparently no one has gotten it right yet. According to Solix Hunter, they have updated their Twitter and said so far no one has gotten it correct, so we're just gonna have to wait and see later on what this even means. But if you guys have any theories, you can definitely let me know. But of course, how do you feel about this Solix Hunter? Are you going to start to believe them, or are you going to have to see more information? For me, I do like what they're doing, kind of calling people out. It's kind of bold, but I do need to see more. I need to see a lot of things that they have information on besides just one, because right now all I've seen was Bayonetta. I need a little bit more than that, and I need some, you know, some hardcore evidence, I guess you could say. But of course, once again, I want to end this saying that I have been covering a lot of these leakers that, you know, a lot of people have been saying for a long time don't have, you know, valuable information. And I want to apologize straight up because I have covered a lot of information that just didn't have a chance being true based on these fake leakers, and I am going to stop that, you know, unless I have a full, you know, arsenal of information showing me that something is correct. I'm not going for it. So we'll watch Solix Hunter and see how credible they are in the future, and it's exciting to have a new leaker in the game, or at least one that definitely knows their information. But let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments down below, and leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Nintendo all the time. And like always, I'll see you all on the next one, guys. See ya.